Good evening, Year 10 parents and students. I was here really in a formal capacity to welcome you to the evening, to say thank you very much for joining us. We do appreciate it's a virtual evening this year. Obviously, that has its limitations. So we're sort of trying to do the best we can in terms of making this as memorable and as informative and as interactive as we can for you. Do feel free to get in touch with the relevant people if you do have any further questions and queries, because we are aware, because of course you don't have that opportunity to ask in quite the same way as you would do normally. My name is Louise Hardwick. I'm head of Year 10. So as you may have realised, right at the end of last year, we had a pastoral change where we, from a sort of day-to-day running, really, we went from our year group, from our house system into year groups. So I took over Year 9 right at the end of Year 9, and I'm taking them through to Year 10 for this year. It's really important that I get to know the students. Their September so far has been fantastic, really positive start, hundreds, if not thousands of house points being given, and that's incredibly positive start to the year. In terms of your role with me and form tutors are still the first port of call for anything that you'd like to get in touch with minor queries, and they're the best person for you to speak to on a day-to-day basis. You may hear from me from time to time if something's a little bit higher level, or I feel that I want to get in touch about something in particular. So in terms of this year, it's a really important year for Year 10. We do appreciate that the last 2 years in terms of learning and also from a social perspective and a mental health perspective and lots of other perspectives has been really, really difficult for these students. And we are doing our absolute best, as every other school is up and down the country, to get them back on track in terms of their learning and setting up for GCSEs. What we're going to do this year really for Year 10 is Year 10 is a foundation year. That means that for the vast majority of subjects, they won't be taking any exams this year. For some subjects, they'll be doing some coursework, which will then lead into their final grade. And the majority of subjects will have exams at the end of Year 10. So this year is about building skills, learning content, and practicing those really important skills to get ready to take their GCSEs in Year 11. One notable exception is English literature. All Year 10 students will be taking English literature right at the end of Year 10. And that's not a decision we've taken lightly. It's a decision that's been fantastic for English, as I am for English, over the last 3 or 4 years, where it really has had a huge impact on our students and our learning and our results, actually, because it has worked incredibly well. So all Year 10 students will take their real English literature GCSE right at the end of Year 10. That does mean that we'll do lots of practice and lots of mock exams, and it's a good way to ease them in, really, to have one GCSE in the bag so that when they come to Year 11, that's one fewer that they have to do. So in terms of the rest of the year, then, they've obviously got their GCSEs prep in terms of this year. There's a few other things to talk about in terms of Year 10, work experience being one notable topic really that's on the agenda. Year 10s will do work experience in the summer term. As far as we know, that is our plan currently. It's a fantastic opportunity for them to really think about their career, where they want to be in the future, and the pathways that they're taking to get there. To this end, really, what we're conducting currently are careers interviews. So every student will have the opportunity to sit down with a trained professional and to look at their options, their pathways, their career aspirations, and how they're going to actually meet those over the next few years, whether it's a college route, a sixth form route, a vocational route, and what is actually best for them. Please start having discussions with your sons and daughters about careers and about where they want to get to and how they're going to get there, because we find it's incredibly motivating to talk about careers at this point and really start them thinking about where they want to be in the future. Other than that, it's an important year for them just to start getting their idea about mock exams and exam technique, and obviously doing all important coursework to sort of build in those skills as well. Hopefully this will be a great night for you. There'll be quite a lot of information for you, but you'll be able to access this over a period of time. But if there are any questions, lots of people available to answer those, and hopefully this will be a really positive evening for you. Thank you very much and enjoy.